I would like to celebrate Channing Tatum's 42nd birthday by talking about his appearance in Free Guy, since he is not one of the six primary cast members of the film, but he's still a very famous actor with a little but memorable part in the film, because he gets seventh billing. So he's the first name you see after the six primary roles of Free Guy in the cast list. In Free Guy, Channing Tatum plays one of the playable characters, Revenjamin Buttons, and he has this blue car with a personalized revenge license plate on the back with threes replacing the E's, which I thought was very funny. And Revenjamin Buttons is the playable character that you see at the beginning of Free Guy. He's the one who's skydiving while Ryan Reynolds is a title character, blue shirt guy, is narrating and introducing Free City to us. Sorry, man, I just need a few seconds to focus on the camera lens. Yeah, so Revenjamin is skydiving, and Chris O'Hara said that was the stunt coordinator and stunt director said that was Free Guy's most difficult stunt to film, because they had to dangle Channing from wires, and and they needed a giant fan, to it was a lot of complicated blue screen visual effects, and the final product looked really good. So when you first see Revenjamin Buttons, he's skydiving, and he gets in this blue car with the bombshell woman, who's played by Camila Kostek. And if you recognize Channing Tatum by his short hair, you would hope that he'd get to be a bigger character later on in the film, because Channing Tatum is nearly as famous as Reynolds. The millions recognize Channing Tatum after his rise to fame in Coach Carter and Step Up, and half a decade later, he also has memorable lead roles in 21 Jump Street and Magic Mike. And their sequels, Step Up 2, Magic Mike XXL, and 22 Jump Street. Oh yeah, so Revenjamin Buttons has the stash house, and Blue Shirt Guy and Millie need to go into the stash house to get the code for the secret level to get the code with the walkthrough for the secret level that can help them expose Antoine and and get him fired or arrested. But then unfortunately, Revenjamin has a lot of security around who came to shoot Million guy out of there. Luckily, later in the film, after a guy becomes famous for being after a guy gains worldwide fame for becoming the Higglytown hero of Free City, Revenjamin Buttons likes him and gives him and Buddy the code that they need to help Millie. It's a walkthrough for a secret level, and Revenjamin Buttons was the only player besides Millie who knew about it. And the real reason why I was excited, why I was excited to talk about Channing Tatum's 5 memorable minutes of screen time in Free Guy is because, believe it or not, this is actually the first time that Ryan Reynolds and Channing Tatum have starred in the same movie, even though Channing Tatum has a much littler part than Ryan Reynolds. But fortunately, for all of you who wished Revenjamin Buttons would have a bigger part in Free Guy after his initial scene, your wish came true. He did turn out to have a pretty important part in the story in the middle of the film. And this scene worked out. Channing Tatum's extended cameo as Revenjamin Buttons was it worked. It made for really great comedy, and it worked on 4 different levels. One, because Revenjamin could have just been another macho figure who is an obstacle in Guy's goal, which he was at first. But then the middle of the movie subverts our expectations of him when he's actually a silly dude who likes and respects Guy for helping people out in Free City and lets him have gives him the code for the secret level. 2, 2. It also makes for a really brilliant punchline that how Revenjamin Buttons is this tall, buff and tough dude. This tall, tough and buff, handsome dude. But in reality, he's being played by an ugly teenage boy, or ugly young adult, actually, because he's 22. In reality, he was a tall, Revenjamin is a tall, tough and buff, handsome dude who's actually being played by who in reality is being played by an unattractive 22-year-old. He's who is I think Maddie Cardopol, and he worked with Joe Keery before in Stranger Things, so it's nice that they also both get to be in different parts of Free Guy as well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 3. The confrontation of Revenjamin Buttons with Guy and Buddy. It did a really good. It was really great at showing off. It really played to Channing Tatum's strengths. So regarding his talents at comedy and dancing, and since Ryan Reynolds and Channing Tatum have both acted in a lot of comedy films and action action comedy films, Free Guy was just you could argue that Free Guy is just their kind of film to meet each other, and I'm sure plenty of other people who are bigger fans of both actors than I am were happy to see them to finally get to see them in the same scene for the first time ever in Free Guy. Let's hope it's not the last time they appear in the same scene of the same movie. Oh yeah, and 4, since Channing Tatum is about 2.5 years younger than Ryan Reynolds, yeah, if Channing Tatum liked Ryan Reynolds as an actor, or 3, I'm sorry, let's take it right there. Channing Tatum is about 3.5 years younger than Ryan Reynolds, so if he looked up to Ryan Reynolds as an actor before, then he obviously did a really great job of channeling some of that energy into his character. Into his character fanboying over Guy coming into his stash house after his security guard Luigi let Guy and Buddy in because he didn't remember his name. He thought his name was Jimmy, and then Buddy said his name is Luigi. If he took some time to remember his name, maybe it wouldn't have turned on you so quickly. If he took time to memorize his name, probably wouldn't turn on you so fast. He said something like that. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Revenjamin Buttons and Free Guy. I liked watching Free Guy for the 3rd time just to see which parts Channing Tatum was in, since he has a much bigger part than all the other celebrity cameos in this movie. And Ryan Reynolds really likes doing cameo roles. That's why he had one at the end of Hobbs and Shaw. And unless he's geographically unavailable, he'll have a good cameo role if somebody asks him to do it. And Free Guy, it's cool that he has a lot of other friends who'll do the same. Now, here's what I would like to see happen in Free Guy 2, as we explore the world of life itself. That Million Walter originally created and finally got to have at the end of the first Free Guy movie, I think. Well, starters, I definitely think we should see Million and Walter's relationship develop further, and they might go back into the game to help out Buddy and Guy, in their next problem. And here's how I think Free Guy 2 could make things interesting again. for Guy, Millie, Buddy, and Walter and Mouser to have another problem or crime to solve, or even a plot to thwart in Free Guy 2. I think here's my executive producers at Walt Disney Studios and 20th Century Fox Studios. Here are my awesome suggestions for Free Guy 2. I think since Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson used to be married to each other in real life, and they've both gotten extra famous in recent years from playing a Marvel superhero in multiple films, Black Widow and Deadpool, I think Scarlett Johansson should get to play Gal, who becomes Guy's new love interest within the Life Itself video game, and not someone from the real non-video game world like Millie. And she should have Gal would or whatever Scarlett's character's name is, she'd also have a police friend close to her, like Buddy, and I think her friend should be played by Olivia Olson, because her Fiona and Cake gender swapped counterpart Donald Glover has gotten to have prominent supporting roles in movies like The Martian and solo Star Wars stories. So I absolutely think Olivia Olson, who's been known for her voice talent and singing talent, voicing Vanessa in Phineas and Ferb and Marceline Adventure Time for 10 combined years overlapping. She deserves that same. She deserves to have as much fame and name recognition as Donald Glover if she wants to have that. That's why I think she'd be perfect for Free Guy 2. And I think Ryan Reynolds' Guy should fall in love with Scarlett Johansson's Gal, but she has an evil older sister played by Kari Wahlgren, a blonde voice actress who I always thought looked somewhat like Scarlett Johansson. And so Kari Wahlgren's character is the in-game villain of Free Guy 2, who wants to take over the game Life Itself. That would be a really cool problem for Guy and Buddy and the rest of the Free City / Life Itself citizens to solve. Well, that's all I have to say for this video. If you watch to the end and you want to see more content by Adam Kolb, be sure to click that subscribe button. Be sure to click that subscribe button below and the door and bell next to it. But so what do you think about Free Guy and Free Guy 2? Did you like or hate Channing Tatum's scenes as Revenjamin Buttons in the first Free Guy? Because I think Revenjamin is a really cool name. Do you have any other plot ideas or actors you would like to see shine in Free Guy 2 for new characters? I mean, Kari Wahlgren has had her share of live action. She has mostly voice actors, but in cartoons and video games. But she has had some on camera roles. And I've heard her voice some villainous cartoon characters like Little Susie from Phineas and Ferb and Shannon from OK Kill Let's Be Heroes, which, by the way, is a cartoon that acts a lot like a video game. So, which is an animated series that acts a lot like a video game. So if Kari Wahlgren has ever wanted to have further name recognition for just one movie where she could have a great on-camera role, like kind of like how Mark Hamill is a common voice actor who's famous for the original starring in the original Star Wars trilogy, then for the main protagonist in the original Star Wars trilogy, then playing the main antagonist in Free Guy 2 seems like something that would be right up Kari Wahlgren's alley. That's all, folks.